What is going on, everybody? Project Rod here. It is time for the return of the 1/64 scale Monster Jam Drag Race series here on my channel. If you've been here since the start, it's been years since the last one, and it's time to go ahead and reboot the whole series and get it going once again. We have 32 Monster Jam Spin Master trucks here in the Monster Jam garage, lined up and ready to go to see who's going to be the final one standing. We also have a custom-made track here with ramps, crush cars, and a finish line nailed in place to make sure we get those close finishes. We have scoops in the sideline as well as fans in the stands, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And hopefully they're not too close and become a victim to injury. So again, we have scoops on the field ready to help these trucks if they flip over. We also have Roland over here getting everything flat and ready to go for race day to make sure there's no unnecessary bumps. And unfortunately, our rescue team here is down and out for this competition since it is the off season, or preseason, I should say. So hopefully we have no injuries or anything that we have to deal with as we move on with this competition. So Roland is finishing off the track as we get started to look at our racing bracket for today. Welcome to the Project Rod Monster Truck Diecast Drag Race Preseason Showdown. We will be doing one of these once a month, hopefully. And let's go ahead and get started with round one, which is going to be Hooked versus Whiplash. Let's see who's going to take the first win of the preseason. Here we go, coming down. And it looks like Whiplash took the win as we take a look at a replay. There it is. Whiplash taking the win. Hooked, unfortunately, got caught in the crush cars. Moving on to the next race of round one, we have Yellow El Toro Loco and Purple Gravedigger the Legend. Let's see who's going to move on to round two. And it's a close race. Kind of too close to call. We're going to have to take a look at a replay. And I don't know. It's a photo finish. It's hard to tell as we zoom in a bit. Again, a really close photo finish, going a little slower now, and I don't know, they're pretty even. We might have to rerun the race, and I think that's what we're going to do. Looks like one of them may have squeezed in there slightly, but it's too hard to tell. We're going to go ahead and rerun the race and switch lanes. Let's see who's going to take the win now, and again, another close race. Going over the crush cars too fast by the naked eye, but it looks like as we go to slow-mo, Gravedigger the Legend cartwheeling over, but El Toro Loco getting a front left tire in right before Gravedigger the Legend can make it. So Yellow El Toro Loco moving on to the next round. You can see Gravedigger the Legend in the background cartwheeling, and here comes Scoops to help him up and over. And as we move on to the next race now, it's going to be Captain's Curse versus Crush Station. Let's see what's going to happen. Crush Station with a lead and an easy win over Captain's Curse. Crush Station moving on to round two. Captain's Curse unfortunately eliminated. Let's go ahead and get started with the next race, which is going to be Avenger versus Kraken. Let's get it going as they go down the racetrack. Kraken with a lead, and he's going to take the win. It looks like he just got that tire in over the finish line. Avenger, unfortunately, got stopped in his tracks. Here comes Scoops once again. He's going to have a busy day today as he's helping Kraken get back up on all fours for the next race. Now we have the Stunt Truck versus Lucas Oil Stabilizer, or the Lucas Stabilizer. I forget exactly how it goes, but the Stabilizer getting an easy win over the Monster Jam Stunt Truck. He was making up some ground in the end, but it wasn't enough. Stabilizer moving on to round two. Next up, we're going to have the Gold Maximum Destruction versus Monster Mug Golden. Two golden trucks. Let's see who's going to take the win. Golden Monster Mug with a lead, but stopped in his tracks as Maximum Destruction takes the win away, unfortunately hitting the ramp and causing him to stop in his tracks. So, next race of round one, we have Megalodon versus Lumberjack. Let's see who's going to take the win now. Off they go, pretty even down the track. Lumberjack going over. Megalodon getting right in front of him and taking the win. So an easy win for the Meg. Lumberjack unfortunately going over, and here comes Scoops once again. Guy can't catch a break. He's flipping him back over and putting him back in the garage. Now here comes Recreation and Nightstorm, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go, Nightstorm gunning it right off the track. Recreation had a little bit more weight and couldn't get the speed, so an easy win for Nightstorm as he cartwheels over the finish line. And it looks like we're going to have to get Scoops over here again to flip him back over. He is going to have a busy day here in the preseason, and it just shows what's to come when the regular season comes around. Here comes Soldier Fortune Black Ops now versus Son of a Digger, who's going to take the win now. And they're off pretty even. Soldier Fortune with a huge lead, taking off out of nowhere and taking the easy win over Son of a Digger. Unfortunately, he is out and will not return for round two. Let's go ahead to the next race now. Calavera versus Earthshaker. Who do you think is going to take the win? It's going to be a good one to watch. Let's see what's going to happen as they go. Earthshaker with a slight lead, but Calavera taking the spot at the very end. Cartwheeling over, stopping Earthshaker in his tracks, and taking the win. Here comes Scoops once again. He's going to have a very busy day. He's going to earn his check today. Here comes Axe and Monster Mutt Dalmatian, who's going to take the win now. And they're off. Monster Mutt Dalmatian a slight lead. Axe making up some ground. It's going to be a close race, though. You can see right here, Axe kind of bicycling a little bit, and he may have gotten a slight lead over Dalmatian, and he does. So he'll be moving on to round 2. A huge win for Axe as we're coming to the wire now. Gold, I would say gold. 40th anniversary Gravedigger versus Bad Habit. Let's see who's going to take the win now. And they're off. Bad Habit with a lead. Gravedigger behind. Both of them flipping over. Going over the crush cars, hitting the ramp, cartwheeling. But Bad Habit making it to the finish line first and making it further, giving him the win. Scoops is going to have double the work now as he has one on each side. And they should be good to go for the next race. Let's go ahead and see what is going to come out of this race. We have the Giant Unicorn Sparkle Smash versus Velociraptor. Who's going to take the win here? Sparkle Smash with a lead, and she's going to take the lead all the way to the end right there, cartwheeling over the finish line. And Sparkle Smash moving on to round 2. Next race of round 1, we have Zombie versus Bad Company. Let's see who's going to race. I believe Sparkle Smash, if I'm not mistaken, in round 2. Zombie, though, taking the lead or taking the win at the last second. Unfortunately, Bad Habit running into that ramp and costing him the win. Fortunately for Scoops, he did not have to come out for that race, and he got a break. As we move on to the next race, it's going to be Soldier Fortune versus the Sparkle Smash pickup. Soldier Fortune, some trouble right off the gate, not able to come out hot. And Sparkle Smash pickup is going to be taking the win. Moving on to round 2. Very unfortunate for Soldier Fortune, but is what it is. We move on to the final race of round 1, which is going to be Mohawk Warrior versus Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Who's going to take the final win and take that last spot of round 2? Here we go. Rottweiler with a lead. Mohawk Warrior coming and trying to knock him out, but it was too late. Rottweiler made it to the finish first, and he will be moving on to round 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at our competitors so far and who is left. We started with 32, and now we are down to 16 total trucks. So we're going to see all of these trucks battle it out in round 2 and see who's going to make it to round 3. As we take a look overall at the track, again, a custom-made track, and all the losers are now in the Monster Jam garage, just spectating at this point, watching the race unfold. So let me know who you think is your favorite to win at this point and who you think is going to win it all, as Hooked got the best seat in the house at the very top. And let's go ahead and get started with round 2. This is the racing bracket of the preseason showdown. Again, we went from 32 trucks down to 16. Let's see who the next 8 are going to be at the conclusion of round 2 as we get closer to the championship round. So let's go ahead and get started with the first race of round 2, which is going to be Whiplash versus Yellow El Toro Loco. Let's see who's going to take the first win of round 2. Let's get this started. And they're off pretty even so far. Whiplash with the lead. El Toro Loco flipping over. And Whiplash taking the win. That ramp getting in the way of El Toro Loco and costing him the race. So Scoops coming to pick him up. As we move on to the next race, it's going to be Stabilizer versus the Gold Maximum Destruction. Let's see who's going to go to round 2 to face Whiplash in the 3rd round. Stabilizer with a huge lead, gaining insane speed and crossing the finish line first, getting the win over Gold Max D. So Stabilizer moving on to round 3 to face Whiplash. Let's go ahead and get started with the next race. It's going to be Megalodon versus Nightstorm. And they're off. Nightstorm with a huge lead. That truck is crazy fast. Megalodon coming out and unfortunately giving him a push into the finish line. So Megalodon helping him out. Nightstorm will be moving on to round 3. Here comes Soldier Fortune Black Ops versus Calavera. Let's see who's going to take the win. Soldier Fortune with a lead. Calavera going up and over and hitting the crowd. So we've had our first accident and or injury of the event. 2 of our guys are knocked out and our response team is not available. Here's the replay going up and kicking him off of the stand there. So very unfortunate. Hopefully he's okay. Scoops coming to the rescue, at least for Calavera. And hopefully our guys over there, they're laying down now, kind of taking a break. Looks like they're being tough about it and they're just going to rub some dirt in it and move on. But they're just going to lay down for a little bit and take a quick break as we move on to the next race, which is going to be Kraken and Crush Station. Here we go, and looks like it's going to be Kraken taking the win. Crush Station, no, he took out another one again. Another member of the crowd, the same one, has been knocked out. Here's the replay right there. He is gone. Crush Station, very unfortunate. And he has now moved up to the very top of the Monster Jam garage, getting away from any kind of trucks in the bottom. So Kraken getting the win, moving on to the next round. Our next race is going to be Axe and Bad Habit. Hopefully our response team is ready to go for the official season. Here comes Bad Habit with some insane speed, getting the win. Axe cartwheeling over and not making it over the finish line, but Bad Habit taking an easy win. Moving on to round 3, Scoops back at work again. That break time is up. It's time to get working, Scoops. All right, moving on to the next race, which is Sparkle Smash versus Zombie. Let's see what's going to happen and who's going to come out on top. Sparkle Smash, insane speed, cartwheeling over the finish line and taking an easy win, knocking out Zombie. So, Sparkle Smash moving on. Scoops has yet again some more work to do. And it's just routine at this point. Get ready for the official season, man, because you're going to be seeing a lot of this. As we move on to the next race, it's going to be Massimo Rottweiler versus the Sparkle Smash pickup truck. Let's see who's going to take it. Rottweiler with a slight lead, and what's looking like a photo finish race, but it might be Sparkle Smash who got in right before. No, it's a photo finish. Yet again, they're both rolling over the finish line, but getting there at the same time. Scoops getting a back up and ready to go for a re-race of this round. They're going to swap lanes and go again. So who's going to be your winner? Is it going to be the Spark Smash pickup, or is it going to be Monster Mode Rottweiler? Let's get it going. Here we go. Rottweiler with a huge lead, getting to the finish line first. Here's the thing. Sparkle Smash crossed the finish line. Monster Mode Rottweiler didn't, but he did touch the finish line first, and that's what matters. So he will be moving on to the next round. The Sparkle Smash pickup is now eliminated and out of the race, and all the losers once again back on the Monster Jam garage, just getting a good view, a good vantage point of the race as our remaining 8 competitors are on the track. So these are your trucks. Moving on to round 3, and let me know down below who you think is going to make it to the semifinals, or who you think is going to win the entire thing. Our guys here is still laying down and taking a nap, or really just a break overall, and this guy up here just wants nothing to do with the bottom at this point, as he's been hit twice. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket for the 3rd round, and this is where you might see some mistakes, because these races are not going to line up with what's actually going to happen. It was an error on my end, but we're going to go ahead and continue with round 3. It's the preseason anyways. It's all good. None of this matters. It's all for fun. So here we go. Whiplash and the stabilizer. And it looks like Whiplash just barely got in, almost taking out another member of the crowd there. But right there you can see she just squeezed by and took the win. I'm sure that member of the crowd is shaking in their boots right now, because that was extremely close. Scoops now back to work. Break time is up, dude. It's time to get back to work. Here we go. Next race is going to be Night Storm versus Soldier Fortune Black Ops. That's who's going to take the win and the second spot in the semifinal round, and Black Ops taking the win at the last second. Night Storm going for a pit maneuver there, but unfortunately it did not go his way. Soldier Fortune Black Ops moving on to the semifinal round. Scoops back at it again, hard at work. He's earning that paycheck today. And here go the 3rd race of the semifinal round is going to be Bad Habit versus Kraken. Let's see who's going to take that 3rd spot. Here we go, and pretty even so far, and it looks like it might be a close race. Bad Habit, I feel like he may have gotten to the finish first. As we go to a slow-mo, and there it is, just barely inching forward ahead of Kraken and taking that last spot, or the 3rd spot, excuse me, in the semifinal round. Here we go. Who's going to take the last spot? Is it going to be Monster Rottweiler or Sparkle Smash? Sparkle Smash with the lead and getting to the finish first, beating Monster Rottweiler. Rottweiler going over Sparkle Smash on all 4, so Scoops is going to have to come and save Rottweiler, as he's going to get a short break here as we go ahead and discuss the final 4 trucks that we have. So we have Sparkle Smash versus Bad Habit, and Whiplash versus Soldier Fortune Black Ops. All the other losers are on the Monster Jam garage. As you can see, our guy up here, our little buddy, avoiding everything at all costs, and I think our blue guy here is still relaxing, but Kraken choosing an interesting vantage point. Hopefully that doesn't come back and bite him in the rear, and he gets hit by another truck again, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But this is the racing bracket for the semifinal round. Again, Whiplash versus Soldier Fortune Black Ops, and Bad Habit versus Sparkle Smash. So let's go ahead and get started with the first race. Here we go. Soldier Fortune Black Ops and Whiplash. Let me know down below who you think is going to win. And let's see it. They're even so far, and Whiplash taking an easy win. As Soldier Fortune Black Ops ran into those cars there and kind of sent him veering off to the right, and he was able to save the truck, but it cost him the race. So here we go, the final round, or final race of the semifinal round. Sparkle Smash and Bad Habit, pretty even so far. Bad Habit taking the easy win. The Crush Cars taking Sparkle Smash out. So he'll be moving on to race Whiplash in the final round. Sparkle Smash having to be saved again by Scoops. Scoops, he's going to get another break here as we move on to the final round. And here you go, your final two competitors of this showdown, this preseason showdown. All the other losers are back on the garage, as well as our buddy up there at the very top being very safe. And it's going to be exciting to see who's going to take the win. We have 2 left after having 32 total trucks. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Our guy up here is finally standing up, but hopefully the crowd doesn't get too rowdy, knocking Kraken and Sparkle Smash down. We're going to have to wait and see, but here we go. The preseason showdown championship round. Best 2 out of 3, so you have to win 2 races to be the official winner. So here we go. Who's going to take the first race? Bad Habit a slight lead and a photo finish. No, I think it's Whiplash who got in at the very last second, going to the slow-mo, and right there it is. Whiplash has the early advantage. So Whiplash only needs 1 more to be the champion of the preseason showdown. Bad Habit, no wins. Whiplash, 1 win. It all comes down to this. Can Bad Habit tie it, or will Whiplash be your winner? Let's see it. Pretty even going down. It is going to be Whiplash taking the win, almost taking out a member of the crowd as well. Here's the final replay here. Bad Habit unfortunately flipping over and not able to make it to the finish line, but Whiplash making it all the way, getting the 2 wins that were needed. And now Whiplash is your preseason winner of this showdown competition. So 32 trucks, now down to 1. Whiplash is your winner. And it's been an amazing competition. It's been a fun time. I'm super excited to be doing these again. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be polishing up the other videos a whole lot better. And our buddy up here is still enjoying the view, staying away from the bottom. And we're going to have one final hoorah for Whiplash as she's going to come down and smash through this Monster Jam RV as a victory lap. Here we go, smashing it into pieces and somersaulting forward. Whiplash is your winner, and we'll see you in the next one.